What's up, N64 fans? If you're one of the crazy collectors like me, you might one day realize that you end up with a bunch of N64 controllers. And what is one of the common issues with these controllers? Well, given the fact that they're more than 25 years old, the joystick tend to get loose, even for the most gentle players. And today, I'm going to show you a way to restore these controllers to bring them back to the tip-top shape. So let's start with the controller. You can see the joystick is a bit wiggly, so I'll replace that. Also, I want to make sure to clean out the seams around the outside, as they can get a bunch of grimes inside of it. I'm going to replace the joystick with a GameCube style joystick. They last a lot longer, and I really like the rubber top on this one. To open it up, you need to take out the 7 screws from the body and the 2 from the controller pack area. You need to be really careful with the controller pack screws, as they are super small and strip easily. Here's the joystick module. It's held in by these 3 screws. We also need to take the Z button off of it and unplug it before we can replace it. Bye bye old joystick! The PCB is actually really clean, so I don't need to do much here. But if it was dirty, a toothbrush and isopropyl alcohol would do the trick. Next, we're going to take off the silicone pads, as we'll replace them later. Let's pop out the buttons. Don't forget the Z button, and give the shell and the buttons a soapy bath. By the way, some people use dishwasher for the shells. However, I will never do that because I feel that's pretty gross. For cleaning off the shell, I like to use Q-tips on all the edges. You can see the seams on the controller can be especially gross. Once you're done, make sure to dry off with a paper towel. Cleaning the bottom shell is the same process. Let's not forget to clean the buttons too. Okay, now it's time to put it all back together. Starting with the buttons, you might notice they all have guides, so that you can only put them in the right place and the right direction. After putting in the buttons, I also need to add in the new silicone pads. These ones feel a lot better than the 25 years old ones. Next, we put the PCB back in. These shoulder buttons and pads are always a bit annoying, so be sure that don't pop them out when closing the shell. Now I need to loop the cord around these posts. That way if the controller is picked up with the cord, it won't break. Finally, I swap in our new joystick. Screw the 3 screws back in place. When putting the Z button back, make sure to pay extra attention to the silicone pads, as this is really easy to mess up, as if it's not perfect, it will feel mushy. 9 times out of 10, if I have to reopen a controller, it is because of this. Finally, let's make sure the connector is plugged in tight. Now the back is really easy. Just pop the Z button and it's good to go. Now put the 2 shell halves together and make sure they close properly. You can use a really long pole to help line them up. Now it's a good time to test out each button to see if they feel mushy. Remember to check the Z button. Finally, I put back all the screws and I will give it a try. Ta-da! Here you go! This is the newly refreshed, fantastic controller. It's so clean and all the buttons and joystick feels great. I can't wait to use it to play my next round of Smash. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Little Bear. Until next time, signing off.